Hello folks, we're back, and the next item we're going to be looking at here is a speaker. More importantly, it's a subwoofer speaker. And so what that means is that sub, which is below bass frequencies. That's what sub means. Let's look at this. This over here, sub speaker. So a subwoofer. So you have your bass and then you have your subwoofer, which is even below the bass. That's why they call sub. So these things are made by JBL, and they're the JRX200 Series. And this model is a JBL JRX218S, like in Sam. Like I said, it's an 18-inch subwoofer, so it's got a speaker enclosed right in here. And this is a metal grille up front, and there's an 18-inch speaker in there. JBL, of course, is very well known for speakers. This one is no stranger to popularity. There are a lot of people that use JBLs, and this is a real popular one because of the fact that it's affordable. They're, for a subwoofer with an 18-inch, it's not really that big or heavy. So here you see the 18-inch speaker, and if you look at it, it barely covers the edge of the cabinet, so they're not that much bigger than just enough to accommodate the speaker. Another thing, subwoofers come in powered, which is active, which is what they're called, active speakers, the powered ones, or the non-powered ones, which is like this model right here. It's what you call a passive speaker. So it doesn't have any power amps in it. That's the difference. The ones that are active have a power amp inside there, so you don't need an external amplifier to drive them. But this one does not have a power amp inside, so you do need an external amp to drive it, and they're called passive. The passive subwoofers, like this one here, are great because since they're passive and not active, that means they don't have a power amp inside, and they're a little lighter, even though these days Class D power amps, they weigh very little. But I just like the fact that they're passive, because that means you don't have to plug any power into it. If they were active, that means you'd have to have a power cord like this, and you'd have to plug them into the wall to drive them. But since these are passive, they don't have a power amp inside it. The only thing you need to plug these things in is just a regular speaker cable. A regular speaker cable like this. So you just plug a speaker cable in the back, and that's it. And you plug the end of the other cable, the end of this other cable, to the power amp. So the power amp and then into the speaker. So that's how these things work. And these things have been around for a while. I've had this particular one here, I don't know, probably about 4 years, going on 5 years. And they're real affordable. This is like an affordable version of a JBL speaker. It's one of their lower line ones, which doesn't mean that it's bad, but it's one of the ones that's more affordable. It's got, like I said, it's an 18-inch speaker, and it's got a 3-inch voice coil that drives the speaker, and it's got a 1/4-inch jack in the back, and a Nutrix, which is 2 different types of connections, and it's got a real nice protective steel grill on it. And as you see on top here, it's got a hole here, so where you mount the pole on here, and you can also mount the top speakers. So this is the sub/bass speaker, and then you put a pole here, and then you mount your top speakers on here, which is the top speakers on here are the ones that have the high ends. So these are the lows, and then you put a pole here, and it goes up. The higher frequency speakers on top of here, which is good because it keeps the frequencies separate. So that's mainly the function of this subwoofer. It keeps the subs way down here, and it's got this particular one doesn't have a built-in crossover. You have to actually have a crossover out of the power amp that has a crossover. Then you connect it, because if you don't use the crossover, then you get all the frequencies out of here. You don't get just the lows. You get the mids and the highs and everything coming out of this speaker here. And the highs and the mids don't sound very good through a subwoofer. So you want to get a crossover. You can either buy them separately, or sometimes the power amp, they have a switch on them where it says crossover, for subs, and it'll be labeled subs or full range. So you want to put the power amp on where it says subs, so it'll drive your subs, such as this. We should probably look at the back of this thing so you can see what the connectors are like. It's not a light speaker. It has a pretty big speaker in it, so it's not going to be real light. It probably weighs, I'm thinking that the weight of this thing is like 43 pounds, which is actually it's actually not bad for an 18-inch sub. And it's rated at 1,000 watts, and the frequency range is from 60 hertz to 20 hertz, and that's pretty sub. It's pretty good, and it can handle some pretty good frequencies, like 1,000 watts. So you can't put a lot of power in it, but 1,000 watts for a normal size club, plenty. You should be able to drive the sub frequencies really good. And sub frequencies, you don't really hear them, you more or less feel them. Like, so when you go to a concert and you're standing in front of the stage and you feel the bass and the kick drum, it's like it's hitting your chest. That's what these things do. That's how that is accomplished. That sound that hits your chest and really makes a big thump, like somebody's hitting your chest. That's what these subs do. They drive that kind of air, that kind of frequency. So it moves, and it really, you can really feel them more than hear them. Of course you hear them, but you feel them more, and that's what they're designed for. The construction of this thing, it's it's plywood, and they're carpeted, which most speakers you'll find that come that way, and it's pretty durable, like indoor outdoor carpet type thing, so it lasts pretty good. I keep them actually in the boxes they came in, and the boxes are pretty torn up, but at least it gives you some protection. Let's look at the back of this thing real quick, just to look at the connections and see what we got as far as connections. So let me unmount this thing, and we'll go back here and look at look at what we got in the back here. So I'll turn this around here so we can kind of see a little bit. And as you can see, there's the back plate, and then there's the two I was talking about. A Nutrix connector, which is this one right here, and then they're actually both Nutrix. The new models, they have a 1/4 inch and Nutrix, but this is one of the older models, and it's got just both speak-on connectors, not Nutrix. Nutrix is a line connector, so these are just speaker connections. So it's got the Nutrix or the speak-on connectors on here, which is just a different type of connector. The speak-on connectors go back here, and that's where the speaker wires go. They're actually speaker wires, and they connect to those speaker wires. There's called speak-on. So they'll go in here, and then the other end of the cable that comes out of here, the other end of the cable that comes out of these two things, connected to the power amp, and then of course the power amp is connected to the board. So you got your board, your power amp, and then the wires out of the power amp go into the speakers right here, and that's what drives these speakers. And again, this is the JBL, the JRX200 series, and this model here is a JRX218S. Popular, you can find them in most stores. You can definitely find them online, and by most stores I mean you can find them in most music stores. So you could definitely find them online. This is the JBL subwoofer, and it's the JBL 200X series, and this is model 218S, I believe. That's the model that this is, and like I said, they're pretty popular, and they're easy to find on the internet. You'll find them priced pretty decent compared to the other 18-inch speakers. So JBL JRX218S. Thank you very much.